Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be doing a design build on a Roman cathedral. This is inspired by something I saw on Instagram from Cara, or mewseilles, I believe. Um, I will have a link to her Instagram and also her YouTube in the description, so go peep her. She is wonderfully creative. So this is kind of my interpretation of her Notre Dame inspired cathedral build. So I've already got one set started over here. What I initially did was I built a 3x3 terraform platform, because that's what we're all about. We're all about the platforms. And then we did the wedding head table, some gothic mirrors, and a wedding pipe organ to kind of give that illusion of the spires and some height. So let's go ahead and get started on this side. Always, always, always make sure you're facing the direction that you want it to look. And I found that out by a lot of trial and error, mostly error. So we will get everything situated first before we move it back. Helps if you have everything in a row, kind of where you're doing it, and then push it back to the front. So what I'm going to actually do is I want this to go a little bit over to the other side. So I'm going to build up a couple more spots back here, just so that I have some room to work. And I'll have that elevation that I need to be able to move it over. Okay, so there we go. Beautiful. Beauteous. I'm a fan. I like it. Alright, so then we're going to take this wedding pipe organ, where there's no room. Again, trial and error. Alright, there we go. Better luck next time. Okay, so that's kind of cute, right? So that will be the sort of inspired columns for our cathedral. Next, we want to take away all of this excess over here. Just because it will end up being a 2x2, but in order to get all of the definition that we need and get all the placements that we need, we always overbuild it, and we always have to make sure that it's square, centered. This is going to be a little bit different than most of my design videos going forward, just because I want to give you guys kind of an idea of how I set things up and kind of my thought process on everything. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we have an item called a upright locker. This is going to be a very pivotal tool in kind of creating the... No, I don't want to change, thank you. I'm very satisfied with what I look like. So we're going to turn it around so that it's facing outward to kind of mimic, again, just sort of that idea of height and elevation. So we have these... the floating biotope planer. We did customize that to the white variation just to kind of keep everything fluid and keeping sort of the same colors going. I'm going to put an upright locker on either side of these columns here just to sort of add that extra bit of definition that I want. And then I will put alternating Gothic mirrors and those biotope planters. No sir, that is not where I want you. Thank you so much for playing the game. But unfortunately, that's not what we're going to roll today. Alright, so if you come into a situation where it doesn't want to act appropriately, always remember it will, whatever direction you're facing is the way your item will face. So if we want it backwards like that, we always have to, of course, be facing the opposite direction. Okay, so we kind of want to do a nice little mirrored effect here. So, you know, the Gothic mirrors will go on the inside, and the biotope planters will go on the outside. This is just, again, for continuity, but also I think it adds a lot of spiciness and it adds a lot of really cute details that is often kind of missed in most design planning. This was actually, I had to rewatch Cara's video like multiple times in order to find this little hidden gem. So, very good at keeping that sneakiness. I love it. Alright, so then I've got some simple panels that I have customized. So we're going to get the outside windows and then the outside columns. So this is going to be a little trial and error again because I cannot remember what order I put them in. Oh good, I got it right the first time. Alright, so I will be putting the codes up for the columns. Let me just make sure I got them correct. I did not. Alright, so... Okay. Alright, so the code for the column is right there. This is a wonderful creator code, by the way. Please favorite it because she has got some amazing, amazing stuff that will just add so much spice and color to your island. Alright, now we're going to do the windows on the inside, preferably, I hope. There we go. Yay. I love it when a plan comes together. Alright, let's see how successful I've been, and I will put the codes up for this window as well. I will also link the codes in the description as well in case I went too fast and you were not able to get them. Okay. Codes for the inside window. This creator has a lot of really, really cute stuff as well. It's hard to find some creators that don't have cute stuff. So definitely take a peep at those, because if you're working on even a city island, or if you're working on any kind of island where it is, you know, you want to do a church or a cathedral, or, you know, these codes are very, very versatile and very, just very good. Alright, so to kind of, now we're going to do the inside, which should be what's left. The ones that I've mistakenly put in. Alright, so these we're just going to kind of push back. We're going for a perception build, essentially, with this one, just because we're trying to give that kind of illusion of filled space and, you know, just kind of, isn't that look cute? Come on, that is adorable. I am in love with anything and everything architectural. Okay, so the code for this outside inside. This is kind of the same creator that had done the columns, so you will be able to find all of that same information within that creator code. Go ahead and take a look at those. So much detail, so much originality that I think is just amazing, amazing, amazing. Okay, so now that's the major build. So now it's just a matter of filling in that space. So I've got some stained glass accent details that I really like. So here's the door actually for the church. So that's going to be a different. This is kind of that stained glass effect that I was talking about, and sort of this entryway here. I really think that it adds a lot of detail and a lot of dimension. That is, it's kind of what you think about when you think of a cathedral or a church. You think of those beautiful stained glass windows and just kind of that amazing architectural detail. Here's the code for that. It is the only design that this creator has, which I think is a shame because this person is incredibly talented. And I think that it is imperative that we try to spark this surge in creativity, and I think that is just an amazing pattern altogether, and you can use it for multiple things. It can be a stone pattern on the ground, it can be a stained glass window like I'm using. You can really utilize it to its full effect however you choose. Now, the grand finale, which I've already shown you, is the doors. I'm going to kind of offset the doors just a little bit, just to add that kind of depth and just kind of, again, a perception build for this cathedral. Now you can, you can always turn it and have it kind of look like the doors open. Just to kind of, and there's not really you can't really shimmy through there, so it would be definitely for an illusion. So it's kind of however you want to play with it. Take your time with it. It's such a beautiful design. And here's the code for that particular one. I used a couple different variations. It's from the same creator. It didn't, this particular one didn't look how I wanted it to, but it is from the same creator, so you can definitely go ahead and utilize that one. And so that's kind of the basic outline of what we got going on. Now we're just kind of filling in the details with some fun stuff. So what I want to do is on either side I'm going to do a white street lamp. And now, because I'm doing a Roman themed island, these are supposed to be indicative of like oil lamps, since obviously electricity was not invented in the Roman times. So we're going to have to kind of use a little bit of our imagination there. And then I've got these flower stands, the wedding flower stands, to kind of go at the entrance of doors to this cathedral, and I think it just adds that little bit of je ne sais quoi, that little bit of zhuzh to really elevate and inspire this design. Okay, and then I thought, we needed some greenery, so these plant partitions in the white variant, again, trying to keep your theme colors the same. These planter boxes, I think, would definitely, it screams Roman, just because they were all about the green, all about the beauty in everything. So some final touches. I use these Valiant statues, which are huge, and I always forget the placing of them because there's like massive amounts of space that they take up. I kind of played around a little bit with the idea of having them sort of be wings on either side. This is a church, so we're going with that very kind of Roman idea of freedom and, you know, just spreading your wings and flying. And then I'm going to add some garden benches just for some seating and, you know, just to kind of bring everything together. I kind of played around with the placement a little bit. I didn't really, I don't really want to make it like a park style setup. So I originally had 4 of them there, but I think to kind of give it a little bit more intimacy, I might just do 2, 1 on either side, just to kind of keep the spatial proximity the same. That looks really cute. I like that. And so I did kind of, to offset kind of everything else going on, I found a really, really cute stone perimeter pattern that I think just kind of divides the space, and it also kind of helps to bring everything together. So here's the code for that. Alex is a wonderful, wonderful creator. She has some of the most breathtaking things I think I've ever seen. Alright, so I also wanted to add a little bit of dimension, so I created a land bridge here. I used the Zen bridge with some round topiaries and a wooden block bench and sort of the mixed wood variation. And I used the spooky fencing around just because I liked the color, but I kind of liked the sort of vibe that it gave off with some hedging around the side. And I think it really did come together. It looks really good. Just kind of look at that view, guys. Look at that picture. I think that is absolutely amazing, and I think it turned out really, really well. I think that, you know, if this is something that you want to build on your island, I say go for it. Go ahead and like the video, hit the subscribe button for more to come from me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.